Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. We're going to do our daily technical analysis on oil, natural gas, and solar. I think solar is looking pretty good. Oil could, I say this, it could be looking a little bit tired. Putting a little candle, big wick at the top and a black candlestick. Natural gas is looking good. So I'm not doing anything. I'm riding these things higher. I'm not trading in and out. I've got my companies. I'm pretty happy. And we'll look at the charts here. Again, this is just my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. You guys are responsible for your own trades. But here we go. Let's jump in and I'll give you my financial opinion. Here's oil, natural gas, and solar. Now, this is what I'm talking about. I'm looking on the right-hand side. We got this little black candlestick with a wick at the top. It ran up and then it sold off. The momentum is to the downside, but it doesn't necessarily mean that this thing's just going to jolt lower. We need to see what tomorrow brings here. This thing's been in a very strong uptrend. And sometimes these black candlesticks, usually they have a small down day like this. If it's a small down day, the buyers are still in control and we could go higher. Or the sellers could step in here and really push it lower. Yet to be determined. We have to see what tomorrow brings us. That's what my take is on this. And natural gas, well, that thing went up 10.9% today. That's a massive move. Natural gas worldwide has been incredibly strong. I think oil is going to be strong as well. So with natural gas being as strong as it is, and oil being a substitute at this point for some countries, we could see oil just continue to push higher as natural gas moves higher as well. So my take has been sit in these undervalued companies and just hold on. Hold on for dear life. And here's XLE. XLE looks like we're breaking to the upside potentially. Let me throw in the, oh man, if I cut the top off, I mean, that's kind of where it's at. But, well, the most lines of hits would be through here. We'll see what happens here, guys. I mean, that's kind of where I would draw it, just because we hit here. We hit this here too. We came up a little bit, came back. I mean, it's somewhere in that range. And it looks like we're popping higher. We could come on back and then move on up. But I don't want to, the short-term noise, it could be a little bit short-term noise through here, but I think it looks good. Just hold on is what I would do. SM Energy, another one that I hold. A good solid day today, a little bit of a wick at the top. We'll see what tomorrow does. If oil goes higher tomorrow and it just kind of breaks through this sticky area, I think these could run. These being SM Energy and Centennial Development's trying to break through. It's got some sellers at this spot here. You kind of just draw it across there. It's trying to break out through it. Once it breaks, I think we'll see a good run. That is a cup and handle pattern if you guys want to know. It's a cup and handle pattern. And Callon Petroleum's putting in a cup and handle pattern as well. Here's your cup and here's your handle. It's a continuation pattern where you come in, you lead in, cup, handle, and then it breaks to the upside. We haven't broken the handle pattern yet to the upside. We have to break this area here and close above it, which CDEV is right there about to do it. And then you're going to see probably a big run to the upside if oil and natural gas can run here. Tellurian's looking really good. Nice move here. If you can kind of draw, we're trying to break out of it right here, right now. So that one we could see a nice big upward move potentially if we can break. Contango Oil and Gas, same things, trying to run. A little bit of a wick at the top. Just hold on, guys. GTE, big up day, small little bloody nose. We could see it move on higher. Depends what oil and natural gas does. A lot of these trade real close with oil. Crescent Point putting in a black candlestick. I usually don't like seeing these black candlesticks. They usually are followed by down days after. Black candlestick down day, black candlestick down day. You can see them throughout here. It's not every time, but we do have a bullish engulfing. We're hitting some resistance here, so let's see what happens tomorrow. Northern Oil and Gas, again, we're hitting a little bit of resistance here. We're trying to move up. Doesn't look too bad. I'd just hold on. Comstock Resources, this is, I would say, the most leveraged natural gas play at the moment. I did buy some back here. I'm holding on. This thing looks pretty good to move on higher, maybe. So this is one that I think's got some good leverage. Antero Resources, these are kind of the natural gas companies. Looking pretty good, breaking out of this little area. Looks fantastic. Crew Energy, man. This guy could go either way. I think we might see a little bit of a pullback. Highly depends on the price of oil, though. If oil goes up, this may head on higher. Reconnaissance Energy Africa. I know there's some short sellers in this thing. Could potentially head lower here. We could break this 450 area. I'm not doing anything. I'm just holding my shares, waiting for the 2D seismic. If they release any new information, we'll see it. But this did enter from the top side down, this continuation, and it could head lower. But I'm not really doing anything. Maybe this gap will be filled. Not all gaps get filled, just to let you know. Now, TAN, switching gears to solar. TAN's looking really good. I'm holding on to my shares. I think it's going to head higher here. What we're doing now is we're trying to break out of this area here. I mean, we got a little bit of sticky area through here. I think once we break out of this area, I'd say once we break out of the 92.50 and close above it, we're going to see an accelerated move. So it's coming. Beam's looking pretty good. I mean, if you looked in the morning, it was kind of selling off, and then we bought it. The buyers bought it back up. So this looks good to move on higher. I still hold my... I have some shares that are repurchased in Beam. And Sunworks, I'm still holding on. I'm just riding it higher because I think the inflows of TAN are coming. Renesola, I own this guy. It looks like it's ready to go on up. It looks good. Hopefully it can maintain its momentum. And SunPower looks good to move on higher. Looks fantastic. Closed strong. Canadian Solar looks good. Closed pretty strong. And I threw in QuantumScape. This is a steady state battery. If you guys want to look into it, the chart's looking better here. We were coming on down. We created this low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and we've got a nice big update today. This could be putting in a bottom to move on higher, if you guys want to look at it. NEO looks like it's putting in a bottom. We put a bottom here, pull back, a higher low, and this thing's starting to take off. This could go higher here from the chart. And Planetaire, I know these aren't solar, but if you guys want to look into it, this looks pretty good. We had a low here with a nice big bullish engulfing. We came up, pull back, higher low, higher low. We've got a higher high here. And then if this guy breaks this guy here, I mean, this looks like it's putting in a bottom. So it's up to you on what you want to do. But I just wanted to share those as bonus ones, some charts that I was seeing. But overall, if oil continues higher, I think the whole complex of the oil companies is going to move on higher. And some of them have cup and handle patterns. CDEV, CPE, I think SM Energy, if I can remember. Then they're going to move higher. Natural gas looks strong. Some of those highly indebted natural gas companies look good because this is going to unwind all that debt. So as natural gas prices rocket higher, the companies will be saved, the ones that are in debt. And all of a sudden, they're going to look really good, really fast. And those are the ones that usually put in the big candlesticks and move on higher. So, and solar looks good. So I'm not doing anything in any of these sectors. I'm going to let them ride. And I'm doing that with basically everything. I'm letting everything ride. And hopefully we see greener days ahead of us. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.